tired of trying to quit smoking but you cannot do it? Are you addicted to smoking and trying to stop it, but it is hard for you to do it? Then this video will talk about the harmful effects of the cigarette smoking, why cigarette smoking can be addictive, how can it affect our brains that make us addictive, and how can this affect the top organs that need to be cared for, which is the lungs, how smoking can affect our lungs. So, if you want to quit smoking, so you need to watch this video to help you quit smoking easily without any expense. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere, because I will be starting right now. Hi, this is Miss Mia Yonson again. This channel is all about beauty and health with healing and meditation so that you can boost our confidence and spend more time with the people you love. So, if you're interested in beauty and health with healing and meditation, start subscribing here, hit the notification bell so that you will not miss anything for my next videos. My previous blog talked about the top organs that we need to be cared for so that we can live longer and we end up reaching our goal, reaching our study that we need to care our lungs, because if the lung stops its function, everything, all of our organs will stop its function and it will cause a person to die. So today I will be talking about smoking, cigarette smoking, addiction of cigarette smoking, how to quit smoking, which organ in our body that is most affected with smoking. First, we have to know what is smoking. Smoking is an act of inhaling and exhaling of the flames of a burning plant's materials. That is, a variety plant materials are smoke, but the act is most commonly associated with tobacco as smoked in the cigarettes, cigar, and pipe. Tobacco contains nicotine, an alkaloid that is addictive and can have both stimulating and tranquilizing effect in our body. Once a person starts smoking, people usually have a hard time quitting. This is because of the addictive chemical nicotine that is contained in cigarettes, that is contained in the tobacco. Nicotine is a chemical that found in the tobacco that keeps you smoking. According to the experts, that the nicotine reaches our brain in just a second after you inhale the puff. In the brain, the nicotine increases the release of the chemical which is called as neurotransmitter, which is helping to regulate moods and feelings, the moods and behavior. That is what the experts call that as dopamine. It is one of the neurotransmitters that will be released in the center of our brain and causes the feelings and pleasure and improve mood. The more you smoke, the more nicotine you needed to feel good. So that is only means that nicotine can be very addictive, and then nicotine will become the part of your daily routine and intertwine your feelings and behavior, your habits and feelings and behavior. According to the experts, nicotine from the cigarettes is very addictive, like as heroin. Nicotine addictive is hard to beat because it changes your brain. The brain develops nicotine receptors to accommodate the large dose of nicotine from tobacco. When the brain stops getting the nicotine that is used to, The result is nicotine withdrawal. You may feel anxious, irritable, and have strong cravings of nicotine. The expert explains about the nicotine withdrawal is that when you consume the nicotine or the tobacco through regular cigarettes or vaping leads to release of the chemical dopamine in the human brain. As with many drugs, dopamine prompts or teaches the brain to repeat the same behavior, such as using tobacco over and over again. This is also called as reinforcement, according to the experts. When a person takes 10 puffs a day or 10 sticks of tobacco a day or more, according to the experts, a person who smokes about 1 pack daily of cigarettes get at least 250 hits every day. That teaches the brain to keep using cigarettes and repeat and increase the risk of addiction. Now, let's go to the most important organs that we need to be cared for, as what we had studied as what I had talked on my last blog, that we need to care our lungs. How this smoking can destroy the lungs. I had already talked about a brief explanation of the respiratory system anatomy. It's just a basic one, and then we end up into the smallest air sac, which is called as alveoli. And then I had already talked about the oxygen and the carbon dioxide exchanges in our lungs. It will only exchange in our air sacs that is called the alveoli. We all know that smoking is inhaling and exhaling of the flames of the cigarettes, which has tobacco, where nicotine found in tobacco, and then it will be inhaled in our lungs, as what I had explained on my last blog, a basic anatomy of our respiratory system. And then we end up into the alveoli, which is responsible of exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide, will be occur in the alveoli, which is the air sacs. And then we all know also that this tobacco containing nicotine is poisonous in our body. I had already told you on my last blog that a person has millions of alveoli inside our lungs, but if we do smoking, this nicotine will kill the alveoli inside our lungs, and if the alveoli will die, it will not revive anymore. Once it will be destroyed, these ear sacs will remain, will not grow anymore, will not live anymore. This will be permanently destroyed in our lungs. This is what they called as emphysema, one of a lungs disorder. This cilia it's like a brush with a tiny hair in our airways. This cilia sweep the dirt in our lungs, stay clear. This makes you more, and smoking can cause the paralysis of the cilia and makes the cilia stop functioning, which is sweeping the dirt in our airways. But when it is destroyed by smoking, this will give us a high risk of infection. Smokers can get more colds and respiratory infections. So, according to the experts, smoking can cause celiac and respiratory disorder. Now, what happened to our hearts when we smoke? What happened if we continue smoking? What happened to our heart? According to the experts, smoking can increase your blood pressure and puts stress in your heart. When our heart's stressed, it makes a less able pump in our hearts. It decreases the pump in our heart. Carbon dioxide, which is inhaled from the cigarettes, which is contained of tobacco, where there is not nicotine, it can contribute a lack of oxygen in our hearts that makes the heart works harder, and this will increase the risk of heart disease. I already talked about what will happen in our brain, what will happen in our heart, what will happen in our lungs when we do smoking. I have already talked about nicotine addiction. If you don't smoke yet, I encourage you to not use your curiosity about smoking, cigarette smoking. Now, if you already had this behavior, these feelings of craving nicotine, these feelings of cannot quit smoking, so that's all for today. Sometimes on my next vlog, I will be talking about more smoking issues, more natural remedies that can help you quit smoking. So if this video helpful to you, click the like button, leave a comment on a comment section on the things that you want me to talk about on my next vlog. And then if you're new to my channel, subscribe my channel, hit the notification bell so that you will not miss anything for my next videos.